am Kara Warner, back here at the People and EW studio at Toronto. I am here with the very talented actor Chris Briney, and we're going to talk about his new movie, Dollyland. First, I kind of want to know, like, what was your desire to, like, get into acting? Were you kind of always a performative child? Was it something, like, you always talked about or pursued?
I really, as a kid, I guess I was a little performative and annoying, as like a lot of kids are. But I played baseball for most of my life because both my parents were like actors in the city in like the '80s, and then they moved out when they had and '90s, and they had my sister, and they moved out of the city. Yeah. And I think I just didn't want to be predictable, and so I played baseball instead of acting, and so that's why I'm here. Because I've been playing baseball for so long, clearly. Yeah. In high school, I just had a really wonderful group of teachers that helped me find acting.
Yeah. What was the first? Was it like a first role or something where you felt like you were on the right track and this is what you wanted to pursue?
I did a few plays, and teachers said things that inflated my ego and made me think I could actually do it. So thank God I went to college, because I feel like I was humbled a lot. but people had a lot of confidence in me, which goes a long way, I think.
Yeah. What do you like about the job so far? Like, what are you enjoying most? You've gotten to do a bunch of things that are going, right? It's like one of those things actors sometimes are struggling for a while, but I feel like all of a sudden you're here.
I've been very, very lucky. Yeah. I think that the coolest thing, besides like working, which is hard enough, I've just met some really fantastic and interesting people and kind people and people that I want to keep around in my life. Take along for the journey.
That's great. Yeah. What came first, Dollyland or Summer I Turned Pretty?
Dollyland came first. That was my first job ever, because Mary had some blind faith in me, and I don't know why that happened either.
First job ever? With Sir Ben Kingsley? That's incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow. What was the audition process like?
I self-taped for it in like February of 2021, and then 2 of my 4 roommates got COVID, so the other 2 of us went and stayed in a hotel to like isolate from them. And then I got a call back, and so I was like in this hotel room on shitty Wi-Fi, just doing a Zoom with Mary. I had a meeting, and then a Zoom sort of like work session, and then for some reason I booked it, and here I am.
For some reason, here we are. You're at the Toronto National Film Festival.
Shit.
What was
Sorry,
your?
can I swear?
Yes, you're
okay.
fine. What was your first interaction with Sir Ben Kingsley like?
Oh, it was really cool. I saw him. I've only seen him 2 times outside of like him being Dali. But the first time I was just in the lobby of the hotel that we were sort of based at in Liverpool, and we were shooting. And he just like came up to me and put his hand on my chest, and he's like, "They're really throwing you into the deep end on this one, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." I don't know. I didn't know what to say. What do you say? But he was very warm to me and very supportive and defensive.
Since this is a first job for you, like what was the experience like of like soaking up the experience of being on a film set?
It was pretty terrifying. It was really, really terrifying. I think I spent a few nights in the fetal position, but I guess I hope I was able to use it, because the character himself James is really thrown into the deep end of a lot of things. And when you're there, you just got to try and swim and see what happens.
Yeah. Did you get to learn anything that you hadn't known about Dali before, like that you've kind of taken away or enjoyed?
So much, yeah. I think I thought Dali was like, he was around in like earlier than the 70s, but I thought he was like, I didn't realize the Surrealist movement was as late as it was, and I didn't realize how much work he has, because his paintography, what's it called? His index of paint is so dense. It's just so insanely dense, and it goes back to like 20s and his styles and things like that. And I didn't realize he had this like Warhol lifestyle. I didn't really know any of it, to be honest.
Me either, until I watched. Yeah, it's so interesting.
Yeah.
What would you say was kind of your most memorable experience with Sir Ben? Like whether it's just watching him work, working with him?
Yeah, it just has to be watching him work, because there's just something really special about watching someone that incredible work. And I had the same feeling with a lot of people on the set, like Barbara as well. But just like watching someone act, or not act, I guess, just watching someone be there, and the way he just sort of was, he just existed as Dali for a few months. It was really just brilliant. And even when it wasn't his coverage, you know, he was still so giving as an actor and present, and it was really, I'm just really grateful.
I still can't believe the first job. Amazing.
No, I can't either.
Yeah. We all saw like Mary's really wonderful statement about kind of supporting Ezra deciding to seek treatment. I'm just wondering like what your experience was.
Right. I think Mary had a really wonderful statement in, I think it was the Vanity Fair article, where, I mean, she's right, there were no issues, I don't think, as far as I knew, that anyone experienced on set, and Ezra was very warm to me, but they clearly have been on a journey of something, and I hope that they are seeking help. I think that's sort of all I can really say about that. Is I hope that everybody affected is okay, and I hope that they're seeking help.
Yeah, that's perfect. I agree. I feel the same way. A couple of questions about your other project.
Sure.
What has life completely changed? Because if it was 2021 for Dollyland and then Summer I Turned Pretty, like, have people found you after Summer I Turned Pretty? Like, do people recognize you on the street now?
There's some of it. I mean, I feel very grateful that people are just watching something that I did. Yeah. I think I'm very blessed to have that happening. But I was just like walking around last night because I've never been to Toronto before, and I forgot that there's a TV show out, and so I was just walking down like this street where there's like cars and stuff, and I was like, oh, and then just people started coming out, and they were very sweet. I've never had any really bad experiences with anybody. They've been very warm.
Well, as someone who's watched the show and very much enjoyed it, it seems like, I don't like to assume people all get along, but it just seems like you guys are such a cool group of people that actually like each other.
We're besties. We have a good time. Sean and I live together right now while we're shooting. It's fun. We hang out all the time.
Yeah. Is there something from that like, I don't know, again, because you're newish to the business, like acting muscles that you've been excited to flex, like versus what you got to do in Dollyland and what you get to do with Conrad, or?
I mean, they're different. I think, well, obviously they're different.
Yeah.
It's weird because every project I assume and hope to do will be different in its own way. And I think a lot of the job with James in Dollyland was to help tell the story of Dali. I think that was a big part of his role in the story, and my job as an actor was just to help lend to the world and help give way to a perspective. Whereas I think like in the show, I think Conrad's much more internal and experiencing things. So I mean, it's just exciting as an actor to try different things and hope they work and hope people enjoy them.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. As a viewer who's happened to see both of them, it's just fun to see like completely different projects. So, I'm sure everyone asked you this. What team have you been forced to choose? What team would you choose? Conrad, Kim, Jeremiah?
I'm really biased. I'm employed
Why?
as one of the characters. No, I mean, after reading the books and everything, I'm Team Conrad. But,
oh, nice. Okay. I don't know, because you might, you're friends
no,
with these guys.
Sure. Yeah.
Nice. Have you enjoyed, I mean, do you pay attention to any of the reception discourse? Are you keeping yourself from it?
I try not to, but it's sort of impossible. Just unless I like deleted all my social media, it's sort of hard to avoid. So I see some things, and I don't look very far, so I see very positive things. So it means a lot to see people supporting projects. I hope people feel the same way about the movie,
Yeah. Is it something like you're thinking about wrapping your head around? Do you have people that kind of give you advice about how to handle little blips of fame here and there?
I mean, I've had a lot of people have generous perspectives, but I feel like I just try to spend more and more time with my friends and the people that I love in my life.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Because they hold me when I'm feeling down, and lift me up. These are things.
Where is home base, and what do you enjoy most when you're not working?
I'm in New York when I'm not working, and I enjoy just enjoying my friends and my life with my friends.
Nice.
We're all creative people, so it's fun to brainstorm and come up with potential projects. And,
Is baseball still part of your life or no?
I love the Red Sox still.
Oh, no.
I'm a big Red Sox fan.
All right.
So in that way, yes. I mean, they're horrible this year, but I played in like the New York City men's baseball league a few years ago.
Nice.
I'd love to get back to that if I have some time, but my summers have been pretty full. So and Sean from the show, he's a big baseball guy as well. So we just go out sometimes and.
That's great.
Every time, yeah.
Amazing. Anything else I didn't cover you'd like to comment on or
I don't
tell
know.
people to watch?
I think I'm just really stoked to be in Toronto at a film. It's been like a dream to go to a festival for like my whole life.
Can't believe it's your first gig. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm really lucky.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll send you on your way.
No, thank you for having me.